Hello, everyone. How are you today? I hope you always be fine in every single situation and every single time and in every places you are. Well, today I'd like to tell you something that is related to cross-cultural understanding. Well, okay. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Yunus Taka, and I'm a student in Bantasakti University, and I'm an English education student. Well, okay, first of all, I'd like to say thanks to Mrs. Wandini, Master of Education, for giving me this assignment so I can do it as I do right now. Well, okay, I'd like to tell you about something that this is the useful thing in your life. Um, that is mindfulness. Okay, with the mindfulness, you can do everything, you can handle everything wisely. So I think everyone should be aware of this statement. Well, okay, in order to understand about the mindfulness and what does that mean and how um, yeah, how do you do your life with the mindfulness? Okay, I'd like to tell you about this story. And well, okay, this story is coming from Lev Tolstoy, and this story is belonging to him. Okay, and by this story, um, I expect we will answer this question. Okay, the first question is, when is the right time for every act? And the second question is, who are the right people to listen to? And the last question, what is the most important thing to do? So here we go, the story, and it is the short story. And okay, I just make it shorter in order to save the time, so we can, okay, so we don't waste the time for the long story. So I just make this summary of this story. Okay, here we go about the story. A king once thought that he would never fail if he knew three things. Okay, one, what the right time was to begin something. And the second, which people he should take advice from. And the third one, how to decide what the most important thing to do was. Well, then he sent his messengers throughout his kingdom, and he promised to give a reward of the large sum to the person who answered his three questions. Okay, three questions is this one, and he promised to give reward to person who answered his three questions. Many wise men tried their luck. They gave a number of answers, and one said that the king should go by a timetable. Another people said that the king should whatever seems him necessary at the moment. And the third suggests that the king should consult wise men or magicians. Answering the second question, let's check what is the second question. Okay, here we go. Who are the right people to listen to? Okay, answering the second question, they gave top importance to his counselors, or to priors, or to doctors, or to soldiers. In reply to the third question, okay, let's check again the third question. Is it? Okay, what is the most important to do? Okay, in reply to this question, the wise men gave importance to science or fighting or religious worship. Okay, the king was not satisfied. Okay, he was not satisfied with this question, that I told you just now. And he went to hermit in the jungle alone. There he saw the old and weak hermit digging the ground. The king asked his question, but got no answer. Then he took the spade from the hermit and began to work in his place. Several hours passed. It was evening, so the king stopped digging the beds. The king was ready to take leave from the hermit. Just then the hermit thought that someone was running towards them. The king saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his stomach from which blood was oozing. As they reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. He had a large wound in his stomach. The king was the one and compressed it with his handkerchief. At last the bleeding stopped. The man felt better than asked for water to drink. The king gave him fresh water. The sun had set by then. The king and the hermit carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. The tired king also was asleep. When he woke, the bearded man asked to forgive him. The man was, in fact, the king's enemy. He would follow the king to take revenge on him. He had put to kill him. The king had once put his brother to death. The man himself and it was on the way to the jungle. He came out from his hiding place when the king did not return for long. He got wounded by king's bodyguards. He would have died if the king had not dressed his wound. He felt grateful to the king who had saved his life. He promised to serve the king as a faithful servant. The king was happy that he had made peace with his enemy. He forgave that man and promised to give back his property. The king then went up to the hermit. He again asked for the answer to his three questions. The hermit explained that by digging the beds for him, the king had escaped attack. So the most important times was when he was digging the beds. The hermit himself was the most important person. So to do him good was the king's most important business. The hermit further told the king that the most important person for him was the person with him at a particular moment. The most important business was to have that person, and the most important time was now. That is the present moment. Well, everyone, this is the short story from Lev Tolstoy, and by this story, we can get the point according to three questions before. Let's say it in. When is the right time for every action, and who are the right people to listen to? And the third one, what is the most important thing to do? Okay, here's the answer for this question. Okay, by this story, the answer that the most important time is now. Okay, now it is related to the present. Okay, the present is talking about the time is right now where we are. Okay, present is the most important. You can determine your future by doing something in the present. And I mean, your present, okay, your situation in present and your future your condition in the future or your future life is depend on what are you doing in the present. So don't take your present for granted. You have to do it. You have to do the useful thing in your present. And the second question, the most important action to do is to do good with the person. The most important to do, the most important person that you are with. Okay, let's take again what is the second question. Who are the right people to listen to? Okay, the right people that we listen to is someone that, yeah, someone is together with us right now in the present. Okay, the most important person is the one you are with. Okay, that's mean who is the person together with you, who's the person are with you in the present. And the most important action to do is to do good, okay, to do good to that person. It emphasizes the significance of living in the present and being compassionate. So I think this story will answer, okay, have answered this question and how, uh, okay, what is the most important time, and okay, who are the right people to listen to, and what is the most important thing to do? Okay, that's question, and the answer is related to the mindfulness. And this is the main purpose of our life that everyone should be aware of. Well, this is okay, that's all about the mindfulness. Uh, I hope it will help you to handle your life, um, to to be grateful, to be mindfulness in every your single life. Okay, the next step, uh, I will talk about the work-life balance. Okay, this is the quotation coming from the wise man. One said one said, imagine life is a game in which you are juggling some five balls in the air. You name them, okay, work, family, health, friends, and spirit. And you're keeping all of this in the air. Okay, just imagine, okay, these five things is really important in your life. So which one? And how do you handle them as the priority as one? Well, okay. Let me repeat. These things such as work, family, health, friends, and the spirit. This is the most important thing in your life, and um, you can ignore one of them because they are the crucial one in your life. So you have to make them balance as possible, yeah, as possible as you can. So you have to make them balance. And so, what would you do? Okay, here the answer of this my question. This okay, it is regarding work and life balance. Okay, yeah, the first answer for my question before is don't undermine your worth by comparing yourself with others. It is because we are different that each of us is special. So you have to realize that you are a special one and don't try to compare your life to others. And then don't set your goals by what other people deem important. Only you know what is the best for you. Okay? Don't that's mean no one can determine your future of life, but just you, just you. It's depend on you and what you want for the future of life. So yeah, so let no anyone determine life in the future. And the third one, then take for granted these things closer to your heart. Cling to them as you would your life. For without them, life is meaningless. Okay, it's talking about the uh, how important your friend and your close friend and such as your family, and don't take them for granted because they are the most important thing. They are the most important one that you have to listen to. So then take them for granted. And well, okay, the last and the next one, don't let your what does it say? Finger by living the past and the future, by living your life one at a time. You live all the days of your life. Okay, and the next one, don't give up when you still have something to give. Nothing is really over until the moment you stop trying. Okay, it's talking about the pursuit, about the um, yeah, about the work hard. Um, okay, how do we pursue something until we get it, until we catch it? So don't give up. And sometimes we can be tired because we work hard. I think it's a humanly when you okay when you getting okay, when you are getting tired, you can take a rest, but please don't give up. And the next one, don't be afraid to admit that you are less than perfect. It is the fragile thread that binds together binds us to it together. Okay, it's talking about how do we recognize ourselves, and if you are less than what we expect, just admit it. Don't deny it. Just admit it. So in order we can go, okay, we can get uh, something. We can get to do something what we have to do. And the second one, don't be afraid to encounter risk. It is by taking chance that we learn how to brave. Well, it's talking about um, we have to do something. We have to do something new in our life. Don't be afraid. Maybe we can afraid. Like we can be afraid just because we make the mistake. But okay, I suggest you right now. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. And make a mistake is just humanly. It's just the common sense that everyone should make it. And you know, the biggest mistake when we afraid to do something just because of the mistake. And okay, I suggest you right now, don't be afraid to do something because of the risk or because of the consequence the mistake you make. So don't be afraid to do it. You have to do it in order to learn how to repair. And then don't decide, okay, don't start love out of your life by saying it's impossible to find time. The quickest way to receive love is to give. The fastest way to lose love is to hold it too tightly. And the best way to keep love is to give it wings. Okay, we can skip this one. And okay, and the next one, don't run through life so fast that you forget not only where you've been, but also where you are going. And the next one, don't forget a person's greatest emotional need is to feel appreciated. Well, it's talking about don't forget to appreciate others one effort and what they have done. I think you have to appreciate them, and appreciate what they works for, and you give them a value. And the next one, don't be afraid to learn. Knowledge is weightless. A treasure you can always curiously. Okay, as I said before, don't be afraid to make something new. Okay, it is similar to this one. So yeah, by doing something new, we can get a new knowledge. We can learn what the mistake that we make, so we can fix it. We can make a reparation in our life. Okay, this is and I think this one is the crucial one. Is the most important knowledge. And the second one, I think this is the last one. Don't use time or words carelessly. Okay, let me repeat. Don't use time or words carelessly. Neither can be retrieved. Life is not a race. but a journey to be shaped, okay, to be shaped for each step of the life way. Okay. Well, don't take your chance for granted, but you have to do something that can that can make something positive in your life. So don't use the time or words carelessly, because use the time or words, they always have the consequences. So you have to do it. You have to use it carefully. Okay, this is my explanation. That's all my explanation regarding related to work-life balance. So I think that's all, and I hope it will be happier. It will help you how to make your work and your life will be balanced. Okay, that's all my explanation, and for your attention, I say thank you so much, and see you next time. You take care, and God bless you always.